The ASABE's 46th historic landmark designation is the Noble Blade Cultivator. During the 1930s, thousands of acres of farmland were rendered unproductive due to drought and wind erosion. Strip farming, the practice of alternating long, narrow strips of crop and summer fallow, was of limited effectiveness. Charles S. Noble of Nobleford, Alberta, Canada, recognized that a solution lay in leaving crop residue on the land to keep the soil in place. In 1935, Noble's friends and family convinced him to take a trip to California to get away from the troubles of the Great Depression. There he saw a sugar beet farmer using a straight blade tool to cut into the subsoil in order to loosen his beets. Noble realized that he had seen the solution to the problem. The solution was to make use of plowless fallow. The blade would cut the stubble and weeds off below the surface of the ground and leave the stubble undisturbed, so that the soil wouldn't be blown away in strong Alberta winds. Construction of the Noble blade began in a blacksmith shop on the Noble farm in 1936. A patent was applied for in 1937. In 1941, a factory was built, which is now the home of the Nobleford Historical Society. In 1952, they moved into an even bigger plant in Nobleford. Noble Blades soon became one of the largest manufacturing plants of farm equipment in Western Canada. The plant is credited with keeping the town of Nobleford alive by employing most of the population. More than 10,000 machines were built between 1935 and 1979. A 75-degree blade angle was manufactured for sandy soil and a 100-degree blade angle for clay soils. The Noble blade was a significant development toward the conservation of farmland and led to the development of other farm equipment for soil and moisture conservation. It was used in the prairie provinces of Canada, throughout the mid and western United States, as well as in Russia, Pakistan, India, Egypt, and El Salvador. The Noble Blade Cultivator landmark plaque was designated at Nobleford in 2005 during the 60th Pacific Northwest ASABE meeting. Noble was a farmer, but he was also a soil conservationist. He was quoted as saying, "It is the next generation that pays for the sins of careless and greedy soil management." The man who would earn the full respect of his son should make sure the young man inherits the soil as well as the farm.